so excited. Mike Pompeo is here tonight. Wow, we even get a little USA chant there. A lot of guys in suits around here looking at me, eyeballing me. So you know what that means. An entire A block on Harry Potter. Mike said, do it or he'd walk. Who knew Pompeo was a Harry Pothead? Although I did overhear him talking about his Hogwarts. So next month, there's a new game coming out called Hogwarts Legacy. Now, for all you non-dorks, dweebs, nerds, and men who have never touched a woman who wasn't a relative, the game is set in the world of Harry Potter. And it seems like fun, but according to the outraged, who are always outraged, if you buy this game, you are a bigoted monster. See, for the past year, trans activists have been pushing a boycott of the game over its association with author J.K. Rowling. Of course, she's got nothing to do with making the game at all. Women don't know computers.
A sexist would say.
Of course, she'll profit from the licensing rights, which has certain pro-trans groups boiling mad. But they've been that way for years. She was absent from the Harry Potter film's 20th anniversary special. Fan sites have stopped covering her, and one gaming site even banned mention of the new game entirely. Essentially proving what she suggested about the trans movement. They're better at deleting women than Ted Bundy. But what is her actual crime beyond forcing me to do a monologue on Harry Potter? Well, once she retweeted an op-ed piece that talked about people who menstruate. That's right, it was a period piece.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
But Rowling there correctly pointed out that the actual word for this is women. And after the shrieking subsided, she wrote in a follow-up, quote, if sex isn't real, there's no same-sex attraction. If sex isn't real, the lived reality of women globally is erased. I know and love trans people, but erasing the concept of sex removes the ability of many to meaningfully discuss their lives. It isn't hate to speak the truth, and that is true. She also echoed a concern that we here, too, have warned about. Many, myself included, believe we are watching a new kind of conversion therapy for young gay people who are being set on a lifelong path of medicalization that may result in the loss of their fertility and or full sexual function. So the only winners here are whack job therapists, surgical butchers, and big pharma, which sounds like 3 bands I might like. And for that, she's been targeted, threatened, and banned. Activist says she's a bigot who's using her fame to hurt trans people, and that she's contributed to anti-trans rhetoric. But it's hard to find evidence of that anywhere. I haven't seen any videos where someone sneaks up behind a trans person and strangles them with piano wire and whispers, J.K. Rowling says hello. I haven't seen anything like that, and I watch a lot of Fox and Friends. That's where I get all my news. Meanwhile, Rowling has stood her ground. Last year, someone asked her how she sleeps at night knowing she's lost an audience. She replied, I read my most recent royalty checks. I know. If only Jesse Waters could say the same about his book. Anyway, this video game's going to sell millions, of course, but the reason we're talking about it is this fake boycott. Not only has she not done anything wrong, she's nothing compared to those who have done real wrong, yet still have legions of support. How about Michael Jackson? You know, the guy with a Ferris wheel in his backyard. Now, I'm no detective, but that should have been a red flag. That guy's music is still played everywhere. Hell, I was dancing to it in front of my bedroom window last night, till the cops arrived and made me put on a robe. Same for Kudlow, too. How about all the movies Harvey Weinstein produced? You're gonna skip Pulp Fiction the next time you're flipping through the channels? Because that movie and many other great ones would never have been made without that scumbag seen there. Or how about Rosemary's Baby or Chinatown, directed by none other than Roman Polanski? And how about Chuck Berry? Google it if you want to find out what he did. Let's just say Johnny wasn't being good in the John. So not only are the attacks on Rowling a joke, their solution's worse. For if you were to boycott every product that can be traced to some perceived problematic stance, what would you have left? You couldn't go to the movies, you couldn't read novels, you couldn't watch TV. All you'd have left are books by Dana Perino. And those things are filthy. Let's welcome tonight's guest. He can't talk to terrorists, mostly because he had them all killed. Former Secretary of State and author of the great new book, Never Give an Inch, Mike Pompeo. She's the anchor with the rancor, Fox News anchor Julie Banderas. She's got a lot of fans, mostly because she sweats. Fox News contributor Kat Timm. And he uses the Great Wall of China for calf raises. My massive sidekick in the NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Tyrus. Now, do I call you Mr. Secretary?
No, Mike, please.
Mike?
Yes.
Mr. Secretary's more fun, though.
Hey, go with it, but I think I'm going to need Mike to get me out of here tonight.
Anyway, let's get right to it. Who killed JFK?
Thanks for coming, sir. Thank you.
Welcome to the
All right.
Would it be insubordinate if I ignored that?
Somebody watches the show.
Absolutely.
He watches the show. Are you a Harry Potter fan?
No, I don't have any Harry Potter at my house because there's nothing classified in it.
No, that's true. Are you worried? Have you been going through your stuff?
As soon as I get out of here.
Yes, exactly. We're going to do that in the next block, by the way. So what do you think about this idea of boycotting things and this whole movement against? It seems kind of bizarre that she's become the focal point for all this.
Yeah, like we've all seen this before, where someone says something, the left, the progressive woke left, kind of picks it up,
Yeah.
and then they try to just use economics to drive away. It's crazy stuff. A lot of folks want to read her stuff. People should read her stuff, and frankly, what she said is pretty accurate. We're pretty confident there's just two genders, and most of the babies are had by women.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. You know,
That's a joke. All of them.
By the way, I'm just chapter 13. It is true. There are aliens, and they live among us. Wow, that's pretty powerful. No, I've just made that up. I just made that up. I like doing that.
Ooh, I'm reading it.
Yes.
I thought I took that part out.
Yes. Exactly. It's been redacted. So, Julie, do your kids read Harry Potter?
No.
No?
We're not a Harry Potter family. I never quite understood the fascination of it. But if my kids are going to play a video game, I don't think that the author or the creator of that video game is going to make a difference as to whether I think they should be playing the video game. But I got to give it to JK. In 2020, she posted a series of tweets arguing that transgender women should not be counted as women. And this is a quote: "If sex isn't real, the lived reality of women globally is erased. Finally, a woman who agrees with me that sex isn't real." I always heard about it.
I think you got it backwards. I think she's saying
that's
it
not
is
what
real.
she's talking about?
She's saying it is real.
I know she is, but
Wait, Greg,
I'm just talking about.
let's go with this. Not real, so then we're not bad at it.
Yeah, that is true. Well, at least that's what his wife says.
Pretty sure I know.
It's just going.
But who
Are you regretting?
cares?
Was this the fastest regret that you've ever had to accept
I
something?
am pretty sure I know why you didn't have Secretary of State on before. I think I just figured it out. Yes.
He's going to make a code red call.
Yes.
Yeah, the president.
I find it ironic that your title is called Never Give an Inch, and yet you've given away how many? 20 inches?
A couple.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
See the weight loss connection
get
there I
it.
just
Yeah,
did with that?
well played.
This is why I'm sitting here, and those other people on our
That's
Fox
one of the
Friends.
theories. Yes.
Yeah, and the pictures. Kat, you know, are you a fan of J.K. Rowling? You're a weird kid. You probably were 20 years ago, like, reading those books.
That's why it's so weird to me that J.K. Rowling is this conservative icon now, because my mom wouldn't let me read Harry Potter because witchcraft and wizardry were of the devil.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm completely serious.
Yeah.
Imagine how easy it was for me to fit in. But now, now she's the conservative icon because, like, the devil, I feel like I have heard is not conservative. Like, he's more of a bad boy.
Yeah.
But it's just all kind of flipped now, and that's why it's super, super interesting to me. But Harry Potter, some of the quotes in this article I could not handle. Like, it was like LGBTQ community roiling over Harry Potter video game. I don't think that's true.
No, I don't. And I always
don't
wonder.
think that's true. Some of the quotes in the article, people are like I'm like, they're calling it a crisis. I'm like, but if you think that's a crisis, like, boy, do I have some stories for you.
Yeah, yes. It must be nice to have a life where this is the biggest problem that you have. That means you don't have cancer in your family. You're not suffering from any debilitating issues.
You're allowed to read Harry Potter.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. How many of these outraged people are actually outraged, or is this an attention-seeking device for trouble?
Well, their definition of outrage. This was probably originally they thought this would be a good shakedown. They'd come to her and she would donate all kinds of money to their fund and their cause. And when she didn't, oh, well, now we'll cancel you. Because, first of all, she's gangster. JK, I didn't read Harry Potter, but I'm buying all the books. I'm getting paperback, hardcover. If there's an audio, I'm in it. You know, the video game, didn't look my speed, downloaded it today on my Xbox. So I'm all in 1,000%. Why? Don't really care for the books. And the fact that she was just being a normal adult woman defending herself and defending feminism and being successful is not a crime.
Yeah.
Like, they try to invent these crimes to take us down. And I'm glad the kids are going to keep buying the book. The people who, none of them are buying the book.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. Like, they're not woke, go broke. How many woke movies did you see this year when it came out? I'll tell you, none.
Yeah.
They all failed miserably. The new woke Scooby-Doo, the worst cartoon debut in the history of cartoons. That means they lost to when the guy took a piece of paper and went like this. And you saw the guy running. That cartoon beat the woke.
That's great. Was that Thomas Edison?
Whomever.
I remember
the
seeing
woke's
the
ass. So, hocus pocus, kiss her ass, and enjoy your royalty checks, Ma.
That is, yeah, that's so true. Thelma.
Yeah.
Is it called Thelma? The new Scooby-Doo called
Nobody
Thelma?
knows what it's called because
I think
nobody
you're
saw
right.
that.
Yeah.
It's Thelma.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what it's called. Canceled.
Thelma.
Yeah.
All right.
The guy told me, I knew that. I didn't care.
Yes, he was, he went on to
Sarcasm.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.